Welcome back to the second episode of Abyssal Ascent, where I try to break even to the surface of the overworld by breaking through 12 different dimensions. In this episode, I will find and raid the catacomb in the hopes of getting my hands on some forgotten loot. So, without further ado, let's start the episode. After getting my shit rocked in the last episode because my dumbass thought it was a great idea to not craft any armor, I have learned my lesson and set to find a catacomb, and this time I promised myself I won't get killed for some dumb reasons, or so I thought. We will get to know why just a short while later. I prepped for a bit and set to find a catacomb. I just learned that catacombs generate at a level of Y42. Well, that will come in handy. While exploring, I came across this giant pit. It was such a contrast from the rest of the surrounding as it was barren dry. I was feeling a little curious, so to satiate my curiosity, I climbed down the pit. I got greeted by this little rotling and I instantly killed it. In this pit, I encountered two new mobs, one of them being this fella and the other one you will see a bit later. When I was trying to kill this bugger, this thing attacked me out of nowhere. It scared me a bit, just a little bit, nothing major. This nasty thing is called a nargoyle, and their speciality is to sneak attack. I got jumped by it multiple times. One is just a second later as I was mining some clockroom. I almost died here. This time it caused a major panic and made me spam torches for no reasons. The next ambush happened when I was just about to get out of this pit. These encounters really made me freaked out and I just noped out of here. Making it out of the pit, I had a very close encounter with the rot beast. He was very hard to kill due to the foliage. It blocks all my attacks. Trying to hit and run and regenerate my health, I finally defeated it, albeit I was also very close to be perished. Always surviving with 1 or 1.5 hearts after every encounter is not a good sign. After searching for quite a while, I finally stumbled across the end of a catacomb poking out of the wall of this massive pit. I'm trying to be very careful as I don't know what's in there for me. Don't wish to die to some god awful mob or get pushed back into that toxic fluid underneath. These catacombs are very large and there are spawners just about every corner of the way. It will be a very long time inside this structure. There are mobs spawning just about every turn and corner of this catacomb, so I have to be very careful while traversing these corridors. While exploring, I came across this crazy intersection with spawner rooms on both sides. While I was checking the chest, I was attacked from both sides. So the first thing I did was to light up the adjacent rooms and then check out the chests later. While checking out the chests, I found this new crafting material called frost steel. I thought I could make some exotic weapons and armor with this, but they turned out to be really terrible. Just look at the stats. They will stay at my backpack as some novelty find. Moving on, I looted all the chests and explored more of this catacomb, destroying any enemy I come across. I was zooming past all the corridors as the catacomb was not as threatening anymore. Also, it was getting a bit boring. I explored a whole lot of this structure, but I have yet to come across a single guardian. Most of the time my luck is really terrible. Starting to believe that I was just unlucky and forgotten guardian just didn't spawn on this catacomb. Hasting my pace and placing torches, and this happened. I really didn't expect it to spawn on these corridors. I thought it would be some kind of boss room or something. I backed the fucked away straight to another corner. After readying myself to fight it, I rushed towards it with my battle axe. But I didn't expect that it will do so much damage and would have this high knockback. And on top of that, it fucking break blocks. And remember previously I said that I won't goof up anymore? Yeah, I goofed up and got myself into the wall. Tried protecting with a shield, but it won't last long. And finally, the sweet release of death. Nah, there is nothing sweet about it. I am very salty. Quickly making my way to the catacomb again. This time I actually found the entrance to the catacomb. To not get killed again, I made wooden armor for a little bit of protection. After that, I headed for my grave, but there were some issues, some big issues. It's not that I am constantly getting attacked on my way to my grave, or my pitiful wooden eggs breaking mid-battle and I had to face rotting to death. It's the fact that the fucking guardian literally standing on my grave, preventing me from retrieving my items. This guardian is literally standing on my grave. I thought I can just mine the adjacent wall and get my things back. That idea failed. Then I had a 200 IQ moment. I baited the guardian to come to the other side and obscurated my grave by making a wall in front of it. After getting my things back, I thought I will be much more careful than before. Yeah, I said that. I also said it before, but I made a new promise. That promise doesn't hold true anymore. So let's get on with it. Moving on, after that disastrous last attempt, I attempted to kill it one more time, and this time I was extra mindful of my surroundings so that I don't get hit to the wall like last time. Killing this thing turning out to be more and more difficult. I thought there was a left turn, but I was wrong and I got temporarily into the wall again. After a relatively long struggle, I finally killed the guardian. After finally killing the guardian, I ransacked the whole place, taking everything that I deemed of value. While I was ransacking the whole place, I encountered a second guardian. but because of my previous encounter with the Guardian, I somewhat understood the attack style of the Guardian. So this time, killing the Guardian was relatively an easy task. After encountering a third Guardian, I realized that a Guardian spawns in a different corridor every time a Guardian is killed. Neat, I can get my hands on as much forgotten loot I want. I kept blocking off every explored area so that I don't get lost in this labyrinth. I got outside of the catacomb for a bit, and a Guardian literally spawned next to the entrance of the first corner. While killing this Guardian, something funny happened. Both of them fell into this purplish toxic liquid. Guess what happened to me? While backing, I also fell down. After getting reduced to half a heart, I backed off to a corner and regenerated my health. Man, the sounds of these rotwalkers are really harsh on the ears. After looting everything possible and killing some more Guardians, I finally left this structure and head to the spawn point. There I will start prepping for my ascension to the Nether. Here is all the loot and goodies I collected. There is also a pickaxe with mending and other one with unbreaking 3. My spawn point being blocked from all sides, I took the longest detour possible by any human. It took me more than half an hour to reach my spawn point. I started prepping for my ascension to the Nether, cooking up some food, breaking logs for ladders and stairs, and finally upgrading my weapons and tools. The durability of these forgotten items are insane. No crazy strong armor though, the most important thing I need. I made another backpack to store all these loot in, otherwise it was becoming way too cumbersome to manage all these things in a single bag. A side note, I won't set up any base on this playthrough. I think a more nomadic style of playthrough is much better here. After completing all the little things, I finally started to dig my way up to the Nether. While digging up to reach the Nether bed, I also dug down to the ancient sea so I could have a better access to the spawn point and the surroundings. I made a small docking port at the ancient sea just for the ease of it. I also made my first bed. It took me so long because I didn't know you can do that. Little dumb me. After completing all these little side quests, I again got busy with my way to the Nether. I have finally made the Nether advancement. My biggest fear with digging up is digging up to a lava pool, so I am being very careful about it. If there is a slightest bit of chance that I might get underneath a lava pool, I will change the way. Going back and forth a lot of times, I finally made it to the surface of the nether, and oh my god, it is so beautiful and also looks much scarier. Walking around the perimeter of my exit, I collected some ore, enough to upgrade my backpack. I thought of trying out whether beds explode in the nether or not. So it does explode. Good to know. The point I exited out of the nether was too high up, so I thought of finding out an alternative way out of the nether. And then this happened. It's not even 10 minutes in the nether and I'm already dead. After a big sigh, I head back to retrieve my things again. Dying is like a daily ritual for me now. I don't know what will happen when I make it to the surface of the nether. Looking at my grave, it seems like it is in a very risky position. Either when I break my grave, a major portion of my things will fall into the lava, or I might get killed by lava again, because it seems like that my grave is holding back uh, the flow of lava. Digging a bit higher to see where the lava is coming from, and guess what? It was the same hole I made by blasting my bed. So in the end, I died just because of my own stupidity. Now I have to stop the flow of lava and just have few blocks. Plus I am too lazy to go back and get some new blocks. So I try to strategically place and break blocks to stop the flow of lava. I feel like I am describing a cheap ass mobile game. Doing this, I stripped right and fell into the lava again. I was praying so hard that I don't die again. I have no words to tell, just utter disappointment. So, guys, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the third video. Peace.